Okay, well, I'm just gonna jump into this. I'm running on my main. This character is wildly suboptimal. Um, I've been playing this character since 2009, and I have not done any respects on them. So their build is shit anymore, but I'm trying to make it work. LARP the Fantastic Eye of the Beholder, 3 runs of Mithranor. Oh my god. I have stuck my nose in the wilderness area just a little bit, and it looks nice. And I have to say that I really like the music thus far. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this goes. Hopefully it won't be too terrible. Part of me thinks I maybe need to, here, let me get this out of the way. This just is the party stat bar, which actually here, I think, because normally I keep this in the center because generally speaking when I'm running with other people I actually run a healer, so I need to keep health bars. But I think you can disable it with this there, so now it won't show it unless I'm actually in a party. Wonderful, easy, done, okay. So this character is under level for this expansion pack. The content in this is level 35. I'm only level 31, but since I'm not running it on elite or anything, I don't expect we're gonna have too much trouble with it. So we are just gonna jump on in here and get started. Oh god, there's lore. We should start with the leader of this little drow group, a cleric named Kelgoth. Kelgoth led his followers here to tell my fellow surface elves something called the Key of the Mythal. So for those that don't know, in Forgotten Realms, Mythals are basically like hyper spells. They're super elven magic that originally was used to like protect Mithranor and stuff, and basically they tapped too far, they dug too greedily and too deep into magic, and it ended up destroying the city. This is supposed to be some kind of powerful magical device hidden in the ruins. We hear this sort of talk all the time, tall tales about legendary artifacts lost in the ruins. We don't have time to investigate every one of them. We're here to rebuild, not hunt treasure. So when we didn't follow up on his information, Kelgoth decided to go into the ruins and find the key himself. He didn't come back. His friends can tell you more. Speak with Kesse Bernal. She knows Kelgoth well. Alright. So we've got our quest hub here. We'll work through these one at a time, zipping here and then back out to do things. Are you heading into the ruins? You must find Kelgoth. I'm afraid something terrible has happened to him. I told him it was dangerous. I told him the icons can't be that important, that the key to the Mythal isn't worth risking your life over. We can't convince the other elves if we're dead, but he's so stubborn he went anyway and took the others with him. All right, where was he headed? He was going to a place called the Speculum. Before the city fell, it was a meeting place for wizards. He said the icon of the elves was kept there inside something called the Safe Hold. To get to the Speculum, take the boat across the lake and then head northwest into the ruins. The building supposedly had a dome, but who knows what's left of it now. Please, find Kelgoth if you can, and the icon of the elves too. I know how important it is to him. Alright, yeah, sure, we can do that. Alright, and the boat's over here. Fucking hyper spells, like Rove casting Starfall tier hyper spells. They could like fuck with the weather and shit. They were just very, very powerful. Okay, so I don't know, yeah, you can see I walked a little ways up here and then I'm like, fuck it, it's the middle of the day and I have nothing to do, so I'm just gonna stream this instead of actually doing it on my own. Because content, it must flow, and it keeps me from thinking. Hey, Queen Cinder, welcome, I hope you're doing well. So enemies-wise, these are what I've killed in here. There's a group of orcs. Because we're level 35, we're epic level D&D characters still fighting orc looters. That's just kind of a DDO-ism, because this expansion is released for level, I think, 7 on the low end, and then 35 endgame stuff. Gotta make content, Ela. It's a shame you don't do that anymore. I still watch your Let's Plays. I'm tired, how are you? I currently exist, and that's about as far as I am anymore. But I feel you on being tired, I get it. I hear sound effects, I don't know what they are. We have a shambling mound. CR37. Hey, Lorca guy, thank you very much. Oh, is that? That's an owlbear and a decaying black pudding. This is certainly a menagerie of foes we're facing out here. Yeah, orcs, owlbears, shambling mounds, and puddings. Hey guys. So I think these things might split if I attack them. Do you? Yeah, you do. That's okay. They suck. They're weak. I don't know if I'm sold on the combat music, I gotta say. That's kind of nice looking. What are these? Oh, and we have ghouls. Man, they're just checking all of the boxes here. Yeah, I don't think I'm sold on the combat music here. Can I? I'm pretty sure there's a way to... I could have sworn there was a way to disable the combat music in this, but maybe there's not. Combat sound. Disable game sound. That's a shame. Because I actually quite like this just waddling around music. It's kind of nice. Hey Bane, welcome. On my channel a few months ago, I've been catching up on my Let's Plays. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you're having a good time of it. Have any plans to play any more blobbers soon? Yes, I do. After I'm done with Cultic, I'm planning on doing something. I don't know what. I've actually kind of had an urge to do another playthrough of World of Xeen because I really like that game. But as far as like, I have the Beholder style blobbers. I think I've played the majority of those up to this point. I'm sure there are some that I've missed, some more obscure ones. Like I want to play the Yendorian Tales games, the later ones. Mail suggested those to me years and years and years ago. Oh, hey. Oh, carrion crawlers, these are new. But yes, I love me some blobbers. Love me some blobbers. Probably my favorite genre of RPG, if I had to guess off the top of my head, both the real-time and the turn-based ones. I also had a hankering to like replay Dungeon Master, both of them, but time. But yes, there are plans to do some more there. You can expect Descent to Under. Oh God, Descent to Undermountain. That kind of like Fate Gates of Dawn is a game that I would show off on stream. I would have no problem showing it off, but having watched Sinitar play through it, I don't think I would have the patience to actually stick through that game to the end because it looks just so cracked. Just so utterly cracked. But there are a handful of games, like I think there are some on the like fucking, what was it, the 3DO, I think, that he showed off that I would love to show off on the channel at some point too. It just zapped me. Oh, random Nothic. Get out of here. Cheeky little blighter. Slayer and Deathkeep, yep, that's them. That is them. They're like Dungeon Hack, but worse, from what I recall. Alright, so here's our quest. Alright, the safe hold, we're running it on hard. I'm actually not doing I'm not subscribed as a VIP right now, so we can't just jump into Elite.
Greatest wizards gathered here to share new spells and discuss their latest research. Yet not even the Empire's greatest wizards could prevent the fall of Myth Drannor. Ruins are all that remain.
Turn the music volume down a little bit. I am familiar with Lionheart Legacy of the Crusader. Yes, that's like the kind of action RPG, isn't it? I've never played it, though.
Welcome. In happier times, these messages would introduce you to our organization, but with the city under siege, we have different priorities. Report to the Central Hall immediately. We will need every wizard in the city working together to keep the invaders out.
I was gonna say, I think I think Slayer is the one that I've seen played. I don't know if I've actually seen Deathkeep played. I just know that they look very, very similar to one another. Knowing that Deathkeep has the pre-made dungeons, though, that makes that one more likely just because it'd probably be easier to get through and there's probably maps online. What game McCall was playing where you were in chat, but I should play that one. What game was he playing? Shit. Hey, Huracut. Good to see you. Welcome. Because there's that, the one that fucking Nuxie suggested to me the other day, that was like a Macintosh game. That actually looked pretty interesting. I'd have to go digging through the Discord. Nothing but bad things about Deathkeep. I mean, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Are we burning down Elven ruins or just exploring? Right now, I'm here to find some dude and some icon. Some artifact that he was after. He's expected to be dead. This is my first look into Myth Draenor, so I have no idea what this expansion portends, and I'm also playing a character that's probably pretty bad by today's standards. This is my main. I've been playing this character since 2009, and I have never well, I can't say I've never respected him. I have done one epic past life on him, and that's it. So he has been respect once, and that was probably like 5+ years ago. So his build is likely just jank fuck, but we're only playing on hard, so it shouldn't be too challenging. Is this Swell? This is Andurian Heavencaller. He is a fighter cleric because I didn't want to play a paladin, because I wanted more cleric spells. No Swell, alas. The only paladin I've ever played was the one that I streamed years and years and years ago. I gotta get back to him. I think he's in the teens level-wise, too. Realms. Man, that's a fucking pull of a game. That's something that I've wanted to play on the channel for years. I remember playing that game when I was a real small kid. That's the first game I remember ever having my mom, when we got the internet. For the first time, we had AOL shitty 56K, and I asked her to download it, and she had to leave the internet up all night, because it was like some 20 megabyte file. Oh man. Played the shit out of the demo for that game. I know it had like a map making software and stuff on it too, but I'm pretty sure that was all Macintosh exclusive. Take it easy, Huracut. Thanks for swinging by. I appreciate you swinging in, always.
The invaders are in the city. Entire districts are now under their control. They were just too many. Our defenses could not hold them back. The enemy is so thick on the ground we cannot even reach the castle. So, we will make our stand here.
They dying. Was it the weird space game? I don't honestly remember. Half the time when Macaw is streaming, I'm not paying any attention and he's just there for background noise, because the one problem I have with Macaw, I love watching him, but he plays the games with the translator on the screen, and I cannot fucking stand it, because I have to pay attention, and he can't just be background noise when he's got translation software running. Whoa! Ah yes, the chunky reds. They have so many hit points. This is one of the reasons I don't play this character too often, is because like he does good damage when he crits, but the rest of the time not so much. And so fights against any boss type enemy just it feels like they take way longer than they need to. Bro. Haven't seen jumps like that since the kobolds in the harbor. That Cullen Blom playthrough. Gave him shit for 3 years for mentioning but not playing it. Oof. Oof. He does play some interesting games, like that one. He when he's playing the barbarian games is probably some of my favorite times to watch him. Like his playthrough of Abathur was really fun. It's a game that I would love to play, but I don't have the patience to play through that kind of game twice, and it seems like you need to be able to actually get the true final ending of it and stuff. Okay, is there... Oh. Hello, Nothic Scrounger. Get stunned, nerd. I may be terrible, but my stun DCs are still pretty high. Guys are actually dealing a little bit of damage to me. What in the hell's going on here? Oh, it's probably because I don't have any buffs on. What kind of damage are these guys dealing? Bludgeoning, no, that's me. Oh, that's my shield bash. I was like, how the hell am I dealing bludgeoning damage? Let's see. Nothic Seeker hit you for oh, it's just physical damage. I know they were shooting projectiles at me there. Arcane Zap, here we go. Force damage, okay. I was gonna say, because I can throw buffs on myself to give me elemental resistances and stuff, but if it's force damage, that's just, I'm gonna have to soak that, because I don't have any... Mitigation for force damage in this game is almost non-existent, outside of like shield, and that only protects you from force missiles and magic missiles. I probably should get my buffs running, though, just to kind of... get my baseline of protections here. It will also aid me in battle a little bit. You know. Actually, should check. 44,000 XP. That's not very much. So I assume this is probably a shorter quest then. I've done, like, normally when I would play the expansions for this, I'd be like, oh, let's hit up DDO Wiki and see, you know, what kind of quest rewards we can get, the named items and stuff from quests, but I'm just going into this one completely blind, I think. A little bit more fun not having to worry about like, oh, we finished the quest, but we didn't get a blue. Sadness, that's the one that I'm gonna have to grind for 40 hours because it has something that's an upgrade. Is that a Vrock? It is a Vrock. I'm actually kind of surprised it took us this long to see any demons or devils. Because back in the day, that was what happened to Myth Draenor, is they like punched a hole into one of the hell planes.
Our numbers dwindle. I have reconfigured the safe hold so it can be opened with these crests. That way, any might access it. If all of our senior wizards have fallen in battle. Of course, this brings risks of its own.
Yeah, like blowing up your entire city-state. Yeah, that's just gonna connect. I think we have one more crest on us, don't we? Yes. That's it? Yes. Oh, Helm Porters. I haven't seen these guys since frickin'... God, what is it? The Haunted Halls of... whatever the fuck, as narrated by Ed Greenwood in his svelte, pervy old man voice.
We continue to draw on the safe hold to keep the invaders at bay, yet supplies there are getting low. We are almost out of spell components, and we've long since used all the wands. Of course, those aren't the only things available in the safe hold, but I'm not ready to call upon our last defense just yet.
You hear a muffled sound off in the distance, as if a door had been blown open by the wind.
Okay. I still... The DM voices in this game, and like that they read all this shit aloud, is by far one of my favorite things about this game. It's what makes it feel like D&D, and it makes me want to do that kind of shit for Cudcrawler. But I don't think people would appreciate hearing nasally ghost voice narrating a bunch of shit in their crap-ass little dungeon crawler. But at the same time, like there's... because it's corny as fuck, right? Especially when they get the DM voice actors in this to like do voices for NPCs, which is my favorite thing in the world ever. But man, it makes it feel so freaking genuine. What are you? A chaos crawler? What the fuck is that? Alright, so they just lob spells by the look of things. Nothing too harrowing. Our resistance magic will do a lot to kind of assuage that. Because, I mean, it's still ticking us for 12 damage, and that's through 50 points of resistance, so if I didn't have my resistance buff going, those would probably hurt pretty badly. Oh, look, we found Kalgoth, and it looks like he got turned into a fucking shambling mound. Or eaten by one, as the case may be. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're a light bearer. So light bearer rares, when I get near killing this thing, it's gonna heal back to full health because they're a pain in the ass. There it goes. Go ahead and sunder its critical resistance so that we can crit on it. And it dropped a chest for us. Are you dead or are you just stupid?
A quick examination shows
Nope.
that this drow elf was slain recently, probably by one of the creatures nearby. This must be the leader of the expedition. It seems he never found the icon of the elves.
A search of the body makes it clear that this is Kelgoth Darksong, leader of Elestrae's Wanderers. It seems the drow never found the Safehold or the icon of the elves. Rip. Let's loot the chest. This is like all just garbage loot that I don't care about, but dang it, we got it.
A magic portal flickers in the center of the chamber. Perhaps it leads to the Safehold, where the wizards kept their greatest secrets.
Okay, we apparently also have a zombie up there that I didn't murder, and which I will, because if we kill things, we get bonus XP. And as everyone knows, I am a whore for bonus XP. Also, snake socket. Yeah, we never did the snake socket, I don't think. I don't think we even found... Oh, is this it? Okay, I'm gonna go back and we'll see what that is before we progress here. Because I think that was a door. Get out of here, you silly little zombies. Ain't nobody got time for you. Oh, it's collapsed, okay. It's like, why didn't I just go back and do that? No, it turns out that I'm still... Alright, there's a secret door here. There's a secret door here and I'm too bad to find it. Do I have a search hat by any chance? I do. Plus 18, I don't think this is gonna... Yeah, no, you need a thief for that. Which is another thing I fucking love about this game is... Normally when the dwarf and I play, she plays a thiefy type and I get to actually see all the shit that my stupid meathead characters can't find. It's a lot of fun. Alright, so what we got in here? There's probably some optional.
An ominous hiss comes from deep within the shadows. Something has made this chamber its lair.
That's mildly worrying. Hello, spider. Oh! We have fucking Nagas now, apparently. Okay. That's, I assume, a dark Naga. It's an ancient Naga, but I'm pretty sure it's a dark Naga. They're the spell-throwing ones. That's pretty cool. That's kind of a classic D&D enemy that you don't really see too much. I think the only games that I've seen Nagas in were like Ravenloft. You fight Dark Nagas and Stone Prophet. And there are Nagas, I think, in Eye of the Beholder 3 and Dungeon Hack as well. I think they were in Eye of the Beholder 3. I think that was like Spirit Nagas, but that I might be thinking Dungeon Hack. I know they're in Dungeon Hack because I remember the last run we did, I was having fits with them. Okay. Apologize for airport noises. Downside to streaming during the day is the airport is very much awake. Shadowy Planeforged Docent of Combat Mastery. For all those Warforged thieves out there. Alright, well hey, that was a little extra XP, I'll take it. Okay, let's see what lies through the portal. But first I gotta smash things. That's why. I just heard the little smashy smash XP bonus. I am 100% a flower sniffer in this game. I don't zerg through quests, and I'm sure that triggers some people, but I don't care.
I am going to the safe hold. We're almost out of food, so we've decided to bring forth our last defense. Yet the risks are great. I can only pray to the gods that I will not be our undoing.
Hey, Mail, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. This I don't trust. I bet this is gonna fall. So much. These are boots of anchoring. Shit. I don't have my dash boots on this character.
The safe hold is where the wizards have their last defense.
Oh hey.
Yet, whatever that last defense might have been, keep them down.
It's a Glabrazu. These guys rend your armor and shit. Ghost streams at a reasonable. Yeah, it's. I've been pulling my sleep schedule back like over the last week or so. So I've got some extra time during the daylight hours. And I figured I might as well stream because otherwise I'm going to be alone with my thoughts and I need to not be right now. Because I don't think that that would be productive in any way. So instead, we get DDO. For a little bit, anyways. Oh, this dude's annoying. Teleporting around. You need to just stand here and let me murder you. Oh, fucker. Freaking gust of wind. I'm lucky he just punted me into the ceiling instead of elsewhere. There you are. I assume this dude's like the boss of this. Actually here. There. Now we're closer to the same size. And I've got like 10,000 temporary hit points. Get wrecked, nerd.
This was a powerful summoned demon. A demon that they could not control.
Yoink.
This statuette is the icon of the elves. It's the object you were sent here to find. One of the 3 items related to control of the mythal.
The summoning was a success. Now to proceed to the binding. But I'm certain the spell holding the demon worked. It's... By the gods! It's free! It's...
Nice. That's what you get for summoning a demon. What is this? Physical or is it? Ooh. That'd be good for not this character, for the set bonuses. So what this is, once you get to 20th level in this game, you get access to sentient items like talking swords and shit. And you get these, which are called filigrees, and you basically socket them into your gear. So like, for example, my sword has something that increases my melee power, attack and damage, wisdom, and then magic resistance rating, and it has 1 more slot. And basically how this works is you can see that at the very top of its extremely long tooltip, it has an experience point counter. Basically, you have to feed sentient items, other named items, to give them XP, and as they gain levels, they gain more of these slots. And it's just another way to kind of buff up high-level characters. And you also have artifacts that you can wear, minor artifacts, that you can also slot the filigrees into to get the set bonuses and stuff. It's kind of fascinating. 29 months, Mail. Good God. Alright, so we're gonna do this, and then once we're in the explore area, we're gonna recall again, back to town. Turn this quest in, and then move on to the next. So sadly, the elves lost their expedition leader, who got eaten by a shambling mound. That was just a moment too late. So Kilgoth is dead, just as I feared. He was so stubborn and so brave, so steadfast. It's why we followed him, and why we will miss him forever. Thank you, Andurian, for letting me know. If you find the other icons in the ruins, give them to the Cormanthor elves. It's what Kilgoth wanted, and I would like to see his last wish come true. Sorry for bringing this news. Now give me loot! I probably don't really actually care about, so I'm gonna just take the heart seeds for the respec I'm never gonna do. Neat. Sucks to be him. Man got eaten by weeds. I'm sorry to hear about Kilgoth, though not surprised, I'm sad to say. Many others before him have underestimated the danger of the ruins at the cost of their lives, yet perhaps Kilgoth did not die in vain. These icons you speak of seem to be real. Perhaps that means the key to the Mythal is real as well. Keep looking for the icons as you search for the other drow. Alright, who am I looking for next? Kilgoth took 2 of his followers with him into the ruins. They're also missing, and I expect they were sent to the other 2 icons. One of them, Osdirin Nirveth, sounds like quite an interesting character. Talk to Durfin Alern, he can tell you more. Alright. So the reason I'm talking to this guy before I talk to all of these guys, which are the obvious progression of the quest, is that as I talk to this guy and complete these quests, he'll eventually give me an extra reward that I'm probably just gonna vendor for coin. But it's something. Alright. You're brave to explore the ruins, even now. With the worst of the monster hordes defeated, Myth Draenor remains a place of death and destruction. Are you searching for Elistre wanderers? I know where you can find one of our number. My friend Olsterin went to find the icon of the dwarves. He hasn't returned from Tyrantar's Hall. Where's the hall? I'll see whether I can find him or not. It's in the heart of the old city, northwest of the lake. It's a very large building, triangular in layout. The entrance is about a block southwest of the Speculum, if you know where that is. I hope Olsterin is safe. He's very much a survivor, but who knows what's lurking inside Tyrantar's hold now. Alright, I'll find him. So, theoretically, since I completed that quest, I think I might be able to talk to this guy and fast travel back to it instead of having to walk. Hey there, buddy. Yes, wonderful. Save some time hoofing it. The only downside to teleporting to quests like this instead of walking is that we don't crank up our Slayer count, which is you just fight enemies in the map, and by doing so and killing them in certain numbers, you gain experience. But that's okay. Our Slayer counts, well, I actually don't know, like, the enemy density in this hasn't been too crazy. Like, ooh, fucking hook horrors! Cool, these are new as well. These are the new design of hook horrors, though I actually think they look really dumb. I prefer the hook horrors from like 2nd edition D&D where they're like really lanky and creepy looking. The new ones just look like turtle things with hooks on their arms. But still, new enemies. I'm always happy to see new enemies, and every time they add a new enemy class or whatever to the game, I'm just like, oh man, I wish I had these in older modules. Alright, so here's Tyranitar's.
This massive structure was once a banquet hall, home to countless nights of revelry. That was long ago.
Yeah, shit's fucked now. Alright, in we go. Get our buffs going. There's a little bit of everything here. Holy Sword is the big one. That's a substantial damage boost in combat for me.
Once Tyrantar's Hall was a place of merriment. Now it stands ruined and seemingly empty. Yet you hear faint sounds from up ahead. Is it just the building settling? Or something else?
Oh, it's totally something else. Welcome to Tyrantar's Hall, where the entire city gathers to celebrate life. Undead dwarf laborer. Blazing Bones. All right. Well, the downside to there being a bunch of undead in here is that I'm not gonna be able to crit on them as reliably. I can break their critical hit immunity, but it's on a cooldown. That was funny though, that skeleton there, it had a Lightbringer on it, and when the Lightbringer procced on it, it killed it. Because it heals them, and if you're an undead, that's death. Jank DDO code. I thought that was something that wasn't how it worked, but what do I know? Oh, actually, that's interesting. I did crit on these guys. I must have... I have like critical bypass or something. Probably do. For a 5% chance to bypass fortification on things. Okay. So they basically, I assume undead in this have a 100% fortification. So that means if I roll a crit on them, I have a 5% chance that the crit actually goes through and crits. Otherwise, they just take regular damage. And if I want to, I have like a Sunder attack here that drops their fortification by an additional 15%. Secure storage area? Not anymore.
This hallway remains covered in the dust of sentinels. Anything here is likely.
Okay, we got traps. Nothing too harrowing yet, though. Fire traps, I assume. Yeah, all right, so this is locked, that's locked, so I'm not gonna be able to get into those. You need to remember the flat portions here are trapped. Yeah, just jump around, I guess. More spikes, yes. Okay, I see rest shrines on the map, so they might be in here. More locked doors, yes, okay. So this is, again, if I had a thiefy character with me, we'd be able to do something with this, but I do not, and I don't think I have... No, I don't have my... I mean, I have a dimensional hireling contract folder, but that's just because I bought the expansion. I have a thief hireling that I can bring in. He's a frog man named Frogo that I guess is supposedly a pretty good thief, but I generally don't run with hirelings because they're kind of really super stupid, and I have no patience for babysitting them. Frogo the poke, god damn it. Ah, Ela, what are we gonna do with you?
The door swings open, and the lich turns its veil.
Oh, there's a lich. That's wonderful. That's incredibly unfortunate. Is that two liches? No, that's a lich and a fucking white. The white needs to die. So the lich, the big thing that it could cast on me that'll fuck me up is disintegration. Swap back to the sword. Accidentally swapping over to my scrolls. They can also dispel my buffs, which is mostly just obnoxious. Alright, he doesn't appear to be doing a whole hell of a lot here. It smells like a wet cat in here, oh god. Better a wet cat than a wet fart, I suppose. Oh my god. Silvernail's suggesting I make that into a redeem. Ugh. I know exactly what had happened. It'd be like the photograph redeem, where the first stream or two it's available, you guys are just spamming the ever-loving shit out of it. And then it slows down over time. But man, who wants to hear wet farts? I'm exhausted. Let's pull that off. Boy, we gotta bully Ela. It's what you're here for. Let's see what we got though. Yeah, there it is. Nothing too interesting in there. With this character, I've actually done a bit of gear farming on him, so unlike the usual characters that I do like for my playthrough series where I'm just purely running quests one at a time and I'm actually interested in looking at green gear, on this character not so much. Like, he's got a pretty good equipment setup, relatively speaking. Well, I don't think... One thing I do need to get, I need to get a ring of spell storing on him, but that's just a grind of time that I just haven't put in. Rings of spell storing are one of the, like, maybe less than half a dozen items in the game that let you restore your spell points. I have one item that does it. It's like a mysterious trinket. Yeah, it's a bauble that once a day is 105 to 600 spell points, and the ring of spell storing I think goes up to 2 or 3 uses of that. A fountain of Featherfall. All right. Oh, there's gonna be bullshit, isn't there? What is this gonna punt me up if I step on it? Probably. I have Featherfall naturally, I think, from my boots. Yes. Oh, I do have my jet propulsion boots. Shit, they're just the boots I'm actually wearing. Which I need better boots. They're terrible, the ones that I have on right now. Like, I think I think the ones that I originally wanted to get on this were like the ship kickers from Three Barrel Cove, but I think at this point they're just way too old to be useful.
You notice a distant quieting as the barrier above deactivates.
Oh yeah. So what is this gonna pump? Oh, it's just reverse gravity, okay. Nothing too harrowing here. This game and its I don't even know, its love of platforming is scary given how jank the servers are.
You notice a distant quieting as the barrier above deactivates.
They've added 64-bit servers that were supposed to really improve, well, they've added a 64-bit server that's supposed to really improve lag and stuff, but I don't know how well it works. I'm not gonna look into it until they let us transfer all of our shit off of servers. Notably our guild stuff. Because, like, on this server, I have a guild airship that, you know, I, like, literally cost $100 to buy. I didn't pay $100 for it, but I smartly bought all of the points and shit that went into it when they were on deep sale. I think I got it for, like, closer to 20 or 30. But I'm not gonna buy it again. Not to mention leveling the guild. Like, I think my guild is, like, 60? Yeah. And that's after ages of playing this game. I think it's awesome that it's still getting updates. Me too, and the expansions have been pretty good by and large since Ravenloft, really. Like, they haven't really had one that I was like, oh, that's a stinker. I'm not a huge fan of the Feywild expansion, but I don't think it's bad. It's just not thematically something I dig on. Okay, so that's a rest shrine over there, which we'd be able to get from up there and drop down. You know, there is no game like this, and I know one day it's going to go away, and that thought makes me really, really sad. Because this game is... I've been playing this game for, you know, going on 20 years now. Probably closer to 20 years than not, because this account I created in 2009, but I played it on release as well. Alright, so I'm gonna... is that... What is this even doing? Is this like... Does it go over here as well? Oh, it does. Okay, so yeah, this isn't actually as harrowing as I thought it was. I don't actually care about these, I just wanted to see if there's anything over here. Fans will be able to keep... That is my hope as well. Like, that is one thing that I have thought about actually not infrequently with regards to this game is like getting emulated servers going and having like community balance and stuff done. Because man, I would jump on that so fucking fast. Good God. Good fucking God, I would jump on that fast. Oh man. I would just be so all over that.
Sense of unease fills you.
Zagoth the Feaster. Oh, I just realized my action boosts were on separate cooldowns. Or not separate cooldowns, separate use counts. That's good to know. I don't know which is better between the two of them, the haste boost or the melee and ranged power. Probably at this point the melee and ranged power, because my damage is kind of ass. But I don't know. But yeah, I would be incredibly sad to see this game kind of just fade off into obscurity. Because there's just so much here that is D&D. And like, even though it's, that thing actually paralyzed me, good God. Even though it's kind of, you know, mechanically its own thing, there's a lot of like the soul of this game that is...
This crest likely fits the socket of a door mechanism.
That is very, you know, tabletop, and it feels nice. It's cozy. All right. I don't know that I've seen anywhere to put this thing yet. Captures your favorite era aesthetic of D&D. Yes, exactly. Like, that's it. It's great. I don't want to see this game fade into obscurity. Hey, Ghosty, is it a good idea to give DDO a try? Ghost, no. Hey. It's all about your expectations. And if you want to play this, Ela, they did, like, big giveaways years and years ago with these codes that unlocked the majority of the game content, and I have a couple alternate accounts that I don't use and I'm just holding on to. I can give you login information that'll get you a whole bunch of free shit in this. Just give you that account if it's something you actually are interested in checking out. But at the same time, yeah, the game is jank in a lot of ways and has performance issues, and the lag is occasionally soul-crushing. This is a game that I play it because I love it, but I can understand why it would turn new players away, especially if you're not super knowledgeable about D&D, like, of this era, which is like the 3rd edition era. See, I have no idea where we're intended to use this socket. It might be up this way. No, the sense of exploration in this game is, it's magic. The first time, like, especially, that's one of the things I love most about this game, is playing it with people that have never played it before, because I just let them lead, and it is a magical experience, because this game is not your typical MMO. It sounds like EverQuest, yes. I mean, this game has like an incredibly detailed wiki. If you want to just spoil everything, you absolutely can. But if you go in blind, it is something special. And it's not something that has been ever replicated in any other game that I have ever played. Did miss a door over here. And God help you if you have like altitis. Like if you like running a bunch of different characters. The only game that I've ever played that I would consider having anything close to the build variety of this game is Eve. And I mean, they're completely different styles of games, but just the amount of shit you can get up into this game is ridiculous. Especially if you don't care about being a slave to whatever the meta happens to be at a given time. And with the difficulty options on quests, you don't need to worry about that. Like I would say just about any build in this game can run through everything on normal. Because normal is nowadays, with all the power creep and stuff, normal is so piss easy that you're gonna be fine, unless you were just purposefully playing something really, really bad. Okay.
You hear someone calling out from behind a doorway blocked by a magical barrier.
Oh no.
It doesn't sound like one of the undead. Perhaps it's the drow elf you're searching for.
There's two. Ah, shit. Okay, well, we found one of them. See, where the hell did I come up? Here we go. Yeah, and playing this game in a group is very fun. Like, especially if you're playing with a group of people that are going at it like-mindedly. Because then you have the roles, like, you know, you've got Dave playing as the thief and you need him to deal with traps and stuff. If you're playing on normal, you don't, but if you're playing with a group in this, I would always recommend, if you're playing with at least one other person, play on hard at the baseline. Once you've got a couple levels under you, probably bump it up to elite, especially if you have a healer and like a proper party composition. Because elite is rough. I generally stick to hard because I'm not a casual, but I don't like necessarily to want to be having to constantly worry about a bunch of shit in this game. But in a group setting, I think elite as a baseline makes a really good starting point for a proper party if you've got like 3 or 4 people playing. Like, I want to say, how many of us? There were like 4 or 5 of us playing this at one point, and man, it was fucking cool. Absolutely insane, but fucking cool. All right, so I have to have missed something up here. I'm thinking it probably involves this doorway up here. Well, it might also be a secret. Lever. I don't know, there's a doorway there too. Shit. Just gonna really quickly run through this again. What I'm doing right now is mashing the Q key, and what that does is it highlights interactables. But like that right there, that lever. I can't see that there's a lever here, but if I hit Q, the game's like, hey, there's a lever over here. But that's a lever I've already hit. Another lever. These were the levers that just turned off the ceiling blocks. There's a door back here on the other side of this rubble. But that's obviously untenable. Let's see. It might be in here. Chest, we got some vases, and that's it. All right. Oh, let's see. The one big failing I would say that this game has is that the player marketplace is more or less, like, if you're somebody that likes fucking about on auction houses, it's more or less worthless at this point in the game's lifetime, because anything that's worth anything isn't traded with normal money. It's traded with astral shards, which are a currency you have to spend money to get.
That someone has already come this way.
Oh, I've not been in here. Okay.
Disabling traps and looting chests.
Thought I had explored this area, but I guess not. So yeah, if the trading is a big deal for you, that'll kind of suck a little bit. It's still there. Yes, it's like the Chronos in EverQuest, where anything worth anything, like, you're not going to be able to earn it in-game, by and large. I mean, you probably can, but you're going to have to scrape for it, and I wouldn't recommend it. And most I shouldn't say most, basically all end game gear, like named items, they're all bound on pickup anymore. It used to be that they weren't, and so you'd have people trading them and stuff, and that was fun. But nowadays it's all just immediately bound to your character or your account as soon as you grab it, and that kind of sucks as well. Okay, so it looks like this is not where we were wanting to be, which kind of chaps my vittles a little bit, although there's obviously loot in this room. There's piles of gold, but it's okay. But yeah, if you don't mind that, then it's not a big deal. And I mean, the community is also super, at this point in time, super mature, so most people that are playing, when they're running like low-level quests, they're just running them on their characters to reincarnate them. And so they just zoom through them super, super fast, and you're not gonna have any idea what's going on, and they're gonna probably be playing on difficulties that are so high, you're not going to be able to meaningfully contribute anything. So you have to kind of come in expecting that the majority of your playtime is gonna be solo, unless you're okay with people just like babysitting you through quests, which most people will be. The community in this game by and large is actually really friendly. But if you're somebody that wants to actually, you know, experience things on your own, you're probably gonna have a bad time unless you're either playing with people that you've just joined up with, you're playing with people that are okay with you taking your time, or you're playing solo. 100% solo. Yeah, if you're okay soloing, you'll be fine. And like, you can even play fighters and stuff. You can get hirelings and stuff in this that'll heal you. You don't want to bring them into fights by and large, because as I mentioned earlier, they're really stupid and will just get themselves killed. But typically what you do is you park them, and then, you know, you do a fight, and once the fight is done, if you need healing, you call them to you and have them heal you, and then you just tell them to stay again. Interacting. Yeah, I've never done any pickup groups in this. It's all been either solo or with people that I am, you know, actively on a call with on Discord or whatever. Because yeah, I'm picky about who I play games with. I always have been, because I kind of like to take my time and explore nooks and crannies. Like right now, you know, I could just open the wiki and look up where this seal that we need is, but I would much rather, I'm enjoying more poking around trying to find it. Whereas, you know, most people online are gonna be like, oh, you're ruining my XP per minute ratios, and I just shake my head and question why I bother interacting with humanity anymore. But seriously though, where is this fucking thing? There's only so many places in here. I feel like I've been over this. I think I've been over this entire place twice now. Is this something? No. Hey, Lil, good to see ya. Welcome, welcome. What's gonna be really funny is if this crest is in this room and I just spent all that time doing nothing, but it does not look like it is. All right, just for the sake of expedient play here. Normally I would just smash my face into this. I'm gonna look this up. What is this quest? Death hosts this banquet. That's a good quest name. That's a very good quest name. Oh, let's see here. Map. What do we got? Crest. Crest, crest, crest. Crest is used here. Excuse me. Look at the map. I see one. Oh, it's down in the main chamber and I just somehow missed it. Like 3 times in running through that chamber. I thought I was button mashing to grab it. they can hide items from you, like being able to mash the Q key to find them. I also don't know why my map reset. That's weird. Yeah, it's supposedly just in here somewhere. Wonder if it's in one of the vases, perhaps? That would be a throwback to like real early game quests where they would hide shit in breakables. Cause yeah, like, what's my build? I am a fighter cleric. Think paladin, but more heavy on the spells and also terrible. Because this character I've been playing since 2009, and I've only ever respec'd him once. And that was probably like 5 years ago. Let's see, is it hidden up above? Is there cheeky bullshit going on here? Go back. Let's see. Head back to the main hall to face the skeleton. Oh, okay. I need to talk to this dude in here, and then there's going to be a skeleton in here we have to fight. But yeah, my build is just, it's 6 fighter, 14 cleric, mostly terrible. Originally, it was focused on being like a tanky tank build, then they added Vanguard, which is a shield bash offensive focus, and I swapped over to that. And that's where I've been for a long, long time now. Alright, so we need to talk. Here we go. Hello? You're among the living, yes? You don't sound like a zombie. I'm a ghost, oh god. Was that convincing? I have to, because I am a ghost. Ooh, I'm a ghost. Not especially, which I guess answers my question anyway. Well, now that that's out of the way, is your name Ulstrin? Yes, I'm Ulstrin. Oh, thank Elistre you arrived. I thought I'd be trapped here until my corpse joined the mindless dead out there. Are you from the elf encampment? Do you have my drow companions still live? Where are they? Can you help me out of here? Sort of, some of them working on it, and how can I help? Let's deal with getting me out of here and go from there. I ran in here when waves of the undead became too severe to handle. The problem is I accidentally triggered that magical barrier. You see, they fortified this hall during the great battle when the city fell. That's why this place is full of traps and things like this barrier. The good news is the barrier keeps me safe from the undead. Bad news is that I can't get out, because the barrier only activates from the other side. You need 2 crests. Can I ask you to find them? Yeah, okay. You're looking for the same thing I was. There's a statue, the icon of dwarves. Free me and the icon is yours, along with a share of all the treasure I was able to drag in here. All right.
You found the drow you're seeking, but it seems that he's trapped behind that barrier. And to remove it, you'll need a pair of door crests.
We need to find crests. Sadly, it is not a sliding block puzzle. I do so enjoy a good sliding block puzzle in DDO. So there should be a giant in here now.
Re-entering the Great Hall, you're surprised by the sight of a towering skeletal figure. A familiar shape jumps out from between.
He's a biggin', holy shit. I think the last one of these I fought was also in the haunted halls of Morningstar or whatever. There's one in there and it has a gimmick. When you kill it, you've gotta, like, there's this spear. When you first enter the room that the thing's in, it has a spear piercing its body, and when you pull the spear out, the skeleton reanimates, and it's a boss. It's an optional boss. And so what you have to do is you kill it, and then you have to punch the spear back into it or it reanimates. And the problem is that there's a bunch of ads in the room that are constantly attacking you, and if you're just one person, taking any hit interrupts the interaction of you trying to punch the spear back into the thing. So it's a really difficult fight to solo. You can do it, it just sucks.
Shatters and falls, the crest in its chest tumbling.
Alright, there we go.
You scan the room, looking for the fallen object.
Easy. It's a ton of fun, it's just rough if you're going solo. Yeah, the sliding, like, a lot of the puzzles in this game blew my damn mind back in the day. That it was like, you know, it was a dungeon crawler, but it wasn't just hack and slash stuff. Because previous to that, the only MMOs I'd played were like Ultima Online, EverQuest, Meridian 59, and World of Warcraft.
With both crests in place, the magic barrier fades away. Yet you're distracted by the sound of clacking bones.
And so having, you know, dungeons in these games with actual puzzles instead of just going, you know, from one boss encounter to the next was very refreshing. Buddy, you need to just hold still and let me murder you, please. Here we go. I have arrived. Praise Illustre, I am rescued. As promised, you're welcome to whatever loot I've grabbed. It's upstairs, along with the icon of the dwarves. Sure. Then he betrays us. I mean, that's... How the hell did this dude schlep all of this fucking gold up here? Okay, these are only piles of 25 gold pieces. Alright, that makes a little bit more sense. They're just enlarged to show texture.
Bringing you closer to unlocking the mystery of the key to the mythal. Now to return to the elf encampment to report your progress.
Yoink. Oh, we got DDO points. Neat! Probably for favor, if I had to guess. Anything good? Let's see. Another filigree. Plus 1% double shot. I mean, that'd be good if we were a bow user. That's actually pretty bad. Because it adds double shot for bows, but then like the 3-piece set bonus is stun DCs, and I don't think you can do stuns with bows, at least not off the top of my head, unless there may be some mechanic in the game by which you can use stunning DCs and apply them to other things. I don't know. I don't really play archers as a rule. Alright, let me just recall again. Yeah, that quest was a lot longer than it needed to be purely because I didn't think to talk to the dude on the other side of the fence. Okay. What's up, buddy? Uldren is alive, thank you. This is the best news I could get. And you found the icon of the dwarves as well. I guess Kelgoth's dream lives on. Take this, I want you to know how grateful we are for finding our comrade. I'm sure it's going to be shit. What a twist. It is. Give me the heart seeds. For all those reincarnations I don't do. And throw these into another page, because this is all just random crap that I don't really actually care too much about. What do you got for me? I'm pleased to hear Uldren didn't meet the same fate as Kelgoth. Perhaps not every story of the ruins has the same ending. And you found another icon. Well done. Only one more to go. What am I looking for next? The last of the missing drow is named Celeria. She also followed Kelgoth into the ruins, no doubt to find the icon of the humans. Speak with Greyara. She knows Celeria well. All right. Are you a man elf or a woman elf? You are a woman elf, okay. Ah, another bold soul ready to rush into the ruins. Maybe you'll meet my friend Zalira out there in the rubble. She left me a note saying she left to find the icon of humans. Apparently it's hidden away in a temple to Oma, and you may pass Oma's test, whatever that is, to get it. I guess Zalira just couldn't resist the lure of a noble quest. I'd feel better if I knew she was alright, though. Oh, I'm looking for him. I can find her. Where's the temple? The House of Song is on the northern edge of the ruins, north of the Anaglim. It's just a little east of the lake. I don't know what you'll find there. Zalira told me some wild stories, like how mysterious music is supposed to come out of the temple at night. Alright, I'll find her. While I am here, I would like to vendor some things, please. Those are trader. No, that's banks. Shit. You guys not seriously have a trader in here? Because the traders are actually item exchange. It's not vendors. I see one. General vendor. I'm gonna get into this again, but too many games. That is the way. There's just always something else to play. Alright, I wanna lock these guys so I don't accidentally sell them, and the rest of this is just garbage. Sell our gems, repair my crap. Alright. Like I was telling Hila earlier, this game is a lot of fun if you know what you're getting into, and doubly so if you've got other folks to run it with. Alright, so where am I going from here? Oh boy, okay, this is way out there compared to where we've been so far. Alright, well, I guess we've got some zone exploration ahead of us here. I could mount, like I do have a horse.
The city once met inside this hall. Here they demonstrated new spells, took on apprentices and traded arcane materials. It was one of the last places to fall.
Played it when it first came out. Yeah, me too. I've been playing this game for a long time. I remember back when like a spellcaster at first level had like, 3 spell points and a first level spell cost 1 of those. And you're like, if you were playing a wizard, you had your 2 or 3 spells a rest, and that was it. It was a very different time. This game it is so different now from how it used to be. It's absolutely crazy. But I must say, this is one of the first, if not the first, MMO that I actually paid for with my own money. All of my other subscriptions, my parents were kind enough to cover for me. Your money's worth from Slormancer. Yeah, I got like, I don't know, I put 10 hours or so into it, and I'm pretty content leaving it. It felt kind of bad to me when the main quest hit that part where it's all just like, well, now you've got to grind the random maps. And that kind of like, for endgame, that kind of thing doesn't bother me. But then making you do it as part of the main story just kind of, because they don't feel challenging or anything. It feels like padding to me. But the game itself is actually quite fun. I was actually, like, I think the day I got it, I think I played it for like 6 or 7 hours straight. It's very enjoyable. Is this my quest? Oh, okay. This actually wasn't as far as I thought it was gonna be. This map is smaller than I thought it was.
The House of Song,
or maybe
was a temple
not.
devoted to Ogma, the god of music and inspiration. It's said that at night, mournful music sometimes can be heard from within.
All right. Let's stick our nose in and see what's going on.
You enter the House of Song, only to find that Ogma's temple is in the same state of disrepair as the rest of the city. Now, to pass the tests Alira mentioned in her note, you only hope this icon of the humans hasn't already been crushed under a pile of rubble.
I recognize that voice actress. I don't know from where, but I recognize her from somewhere. Having more fun with look outside than I... Yeah.
The temple's main hall. The floating spiral staircase the House of Song was once known for is now crumbling from years of neglect. Beyond it lies a sealed door with colored crystals surrounding it.
Sounds like the Baldur's Gate 3 narrator. Huh. It might very well be, honestly. I appreciate the having fun with looking outside. That's something that like I need to start doing. I mentioned it earlier in the stream, like I've pulled my sleep schedule back a couple hours, and so like I'm up during like more daylight hours than not now, and it feels very strange. And like, yeah, I should like start taking walks or something. Ela.
This note looks much more recent than anything else in the ruined temple. Perhaps it was written by the bard you were sent to find.
Ela, I want you to record every voice line in this game and read it for me, so that I can replace all the sound files with Ela doing voices. At last, the famous House of Song. I can't believe I'm seeing it with my own two eyes. It's absolutely inspiring, even in its ruined state. Based on the old documents from before the city fell, this temple is supposed to have rooms dedicated to each ancient elven musical mode. Each mode is made by taking a concert C scale and shifting it by a given amount. For future reference, the modes are as follows. The note ends. It seems the description of the musical notes would have been written on the next page. Oh god. Music puzzles. I need the door for this. It is the Baldur's Gate 3 narrator. Hell yeah. Good catch. Very good catch. I mean, Ela, you could do some voice acting for Cudcrawler. We'll have Elanare's Pleasure Palace, and you can voice everything in it. And it'll be some hell crawl dungeon full of, I don't know, beat monsters or something. Might and Magic did it, so can Cudcrawler. I think I finished buffing. Excuse you, animated loot, I'm buffing here.
Rubble blocks the doorway. You will have to find another way around.
Oh, I see that. That's a sliding block puzzle in there. Oh, my body is ready. Your two-handed sword looks dangerous. Ara. Good God. How is Cudcrawler coming along? I am working on getting the next update out. I actually just sent it to Ela in mail for testing last night. Tell a story that we may never forget our folly. Sing a random string of notes. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we've got to find the notes that tell us what we need to sing to these things to be able to get in. The next update isn't too crazy. Well, I mean, I guess, given the previous state. It adds a shop. It adds a shop and like a basic in-game manual and stuff like that. Almost 2 years in a row, Peaches. Good God. You're a monster. No worries. Lurk away. I'm gonna be here for probably about another hour and a half, give or take. But yes, no, Cudcrawler it's coming along really well. There's, the next update I think is also going to be another content light one, because my goal with it is actually going to be getting a lot of the stuff for translations enabled in the game, so that if people want to translate to other languages, they'll be able to. That's going to be the primary thing, which is not exactly something player-facing. But I'll figure out something else to stack in there, too. I've got, like, the basics in for the bank, so players can store items there and stuff. I might finish that up, we'll see. Ghost gave me Cudcrawler, but Slormancer. It's okay, Ela. I don't blame you. I wasn't joking when I told you guys that there's no rush on it. It's an old songbook, The Standing Stone. So the developers of this game are Standing Stone Games, monument of our new home. The Ballad of Karsus describes Karsus's folly and the massive destruction it caused. I'm sure I'll need to remember those. Yeah, music found. Translated in German, it will be so bad in Germany, oh god. The famed Library of Song. So many ancient works were kept here. I saw a few plaques around the house bearing cryptic messages. This is the House of Song. Perhaps some of the songs here would line up with those messages? What secrets might they unlock? There must be a songbook around that documents these secrets. This is kind of a cool thing conceptually. Made through a compact, the way is made clear.
Those are definitely the right notes in the right order.
See, and like, this is what I mean. Like, if this were World of Warcraft, none of this would be here. It would be, or like the same with like Final Fantasy XIV, right? The dungeons in that, it's just like you're going in a line, kill some trash mobs, fight the boss, kill some trash mobs, fight a boss, kill some trash mobs, fight a boss. And admittedly, the boss encounters in those games are probably a little bit more, I shouldn't say a little bit, probably more involved than the bosses in this, because most bosses in this are in quests are just tank and spank, but still, the experience is nice. Okay, so this is something. I can interact with these things, but it doesn't do anything. Oh no. What is this a pattern? Yes. Maybe we just have to go across? Okay. See, like this, like, you know, I had to intuit that the order that I do these things is the order that these braziers are facing. Braziers, rather.
The nearby
And, like, that's
crystal
cool. Like, that's cool, you know? It's just a little puzzle. I had to think a little bit. Is it gonna get me something worth anything? I don't fucking know. Rubble pile. Move the rubble. Get fucked, rubble. Oh, is this a shortcut, maybe? I think this is just a shortcut. Huh. I'm just gonna stick my nose in here really quick, mashing the Q key to see if there's anything hidden. It does not appear as such. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's fascinating, and like from my understanding, the newer raids in this are much more involved, but I don't really raid, so I can't speak too much about that. But yeah, no, Cutcrawler is coming along. It's something that, like, even though I don't really talk too much about it, and there hasn't been an actual update to the game in, I think, like, going on 9 months now, it is something that I'm working on in my free time as I can. And it is not forgotten. I can assure of that at the very least. Okay. A cabinet. Okay. Is this something right here? No, okay. Looking forward to its eventual release, yes. I mean, you can play it now, but yeah. It is still very much an alpha right now. Mostly, like, I wanna add a bunch more content to it, like dungeons and stuff to explore, but right now, mechanically, I don't think there's enough depth there to really warrant me adding a bunch of dungeons and stuff to it. Alright, so what was this? Tell a story that we may never forget our folly. So that's the Ballad of Karsus.
Those are definitely the right notes in the right.
So what are these wild magic zones? Fucking use you. I'm looking at things here. No. Magic functions unpredictably. Alright, so it's like a legit anti-magic zone. Or wild magic, I should say. Because yeah, with Cutcrawler right now, I mean, players have spells that their casters can cast, but that's about the extent of the depth. There's, you know, you have some gear upgrades you can get, but it's nothing too interesting, and the enemies, all they do is just basic attack. So once I get more of that, then I'm probably gonna start. Oh no. Then I'm gonna start talking about the game more and probably like show it off on the channel or something. Little lag there. Okay, that was easy. Thank Christ. I cannot stand Simon puzzles. I hate them. Normally when the dwarf are playing, I have her do them. I do the sliding block puzzles and she does the Simon puzzles. I gotta say, the music in this expansion has been really good thus far. It is really annoying that I keep losing my map, though, when I jump between Z levels in these places. Okay, we don't have that. Okay, this is the library we've been into. Is it just the one? Yes. Let's see here. Get in here? No. Oh, God. The flutes. You hit me with reverberate. What the hell is that? Your body is racked by internal sounds and your ears are bleeding. Dang, son. That's sonic damage, though. The 300 is looking a lot less. Yes. Yeah, it's not nearly as fucked up as I was expecting. I mean, when we go outside of this building, there are ruins and stuff. But yeah, it's not as just absolutely devastated as I was expecting. Also, hello, Jamalis. Welcome. Come on, I see you cheeky buggers. There. I like that they give you the option to just sing a random string of syllables. I wonder if you come in here if you're a bard, if they give you special options on those. That would be really cool. Okay, another dead end. Phrygian, can't do anything there. Oh, I was hoping there was another music book in here or something, but it's not looking like it. Get into a rap battle with animated loots. That would be a D&D thing I could see happening. Absolutely. I mean, back in the day, we had magic mouths and shit. Okay, Lydian. So this is where we came out, yeah. I'm still curious what the purpose of this was. I think all this did was open the door. It feels like there should be more. Like, this seems suspect, but I don't know. Okay, we looted that. The music in this has been really good. Last night I was playing the Moorgrave University quests. Man, they got some annoying music in there. Musical modes. We have the Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and Locrian. That was apparently music we needed to find. All right. But yeah, I was playing the Moorgrave University stuff last night, and the combat music in those quests is fucking obnoxious. Sing the Lorien scale from Zalera's note.
Those are definitely the right notes in the right order.
What do we got here? A riddle plaque. Through our compact, the way is made clear. So these are just shortcuts we're opening up, okay.
Right notes in the right order.
These statues are quite interesting. They seem to make a sound when they're activated in the correct order, and their hands seem to be pointing at each other. There has to be some way to figure out which statue is first. From there, the song should be intuitive. See, it honestly, it makes me kind of sad that they explained that, as opposed to just requiring the player to figure it out on their own. Because we did the other one, and I intuited that that was what we were intended to do. Well, I also apparently fucked up. And, like, that was nice. The feeling of problem solving. God damn it. So where are you pointing? So I guess that's this one? Or is this the one that I already did? No, we're good.
The nearby crystal lights up.
And like, that's a cool little puzzle. It's not anything super deep, but you gotta, you know, pay attention, and then once you get it, you get it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Ah, my beloved sliding block puzzles. One of the few things remaining in this world which bring me joy. Made you learn rudimentary scales if you... I want to say that there's actually a quest in this that does that. I think it's in the Feywild, if I remember
The
correctly.
inner temple is now open. You must
But
have
yes.
dogma. At least a
I'm-
little.
I'm trying to think. There's something that I played recently. It was a Zelda-like game. Shit, what was it called? I wanna look its name up because it's a good game. I would actually recommend it. Like Blossom Tales. There's two of them. Blossom Tales: The Sleeping King and Blossom Tales 2: The Minotaur Prince. They're like Zelda, like 2D top-down Zelda games, and they had some puzzles like that I needed the dwarf's musical knowledge to walk me through.
Those are definitely the right notes in the right order.
And I like this quest because, like, it's not been super combat heavy. Like, there's been musical instruments that want to kill me, but it feels like figuring this shit out has been the goal more so than doing a heckin' violence on everything. I botched it, shit. It was this one, I think, that I needed. Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay, because yeah, like, what I need to do is instead of following their hands, I need to just follow where the braziers are pointing. The braziers are easier to figure out where we're going here. There we go. All right, well, there's that. Oh, let's see. There. I've been in here.
Those are definitely the right notes in the right order.
Oh no, it's gonna be another one. I'm glad that these are just keeping it to 3. Like, these are baby tier
Lights up.
puzzles for this. There's one in
Those
I think it's the first
definitely the
Blossom
right
Tales
notes
game. They have a Simon game like
in the
this.
right
And there's
order.
one that, like, no joke, goes up to like 10 notes you have to remember in a row. It's just absolutely insane. I gotta be careful activating these things, because if I'm not, I might accidentally activate one of these trap panels, which if I had to guess is probably just gonna spawn monsters to attack us. But still... Okay...
You hear the sound of a door opening somewhere in the distance.
I like that they let you move these rubble piles out of the way from this side, so once you've completed it, you get the shortcut back. That's a nice little Skyrim exit, I guess you could call it. Okay, so we opened this, I think. Yeah, and we opened that. I assume that the 4-note one is the progression, and this is just optionals for actually doing everything. Give me trash loot! Oh, yeah. We got... insightful spell resistance. That's certainly one of the items of all time.
The door to the inner temple is now open. Beyond is a slender drow woman humming a tune.
Whoa. Oh, hello. So the Command-Thor elves sent you to find the icon of humans. Well, I have no desire to bar your way, though it's not up to me. It's up to the Guardian of the Temple. I made it this far, but can't make it past her. She keeps saying I have a different destiny. One question before you proceed, though. Have you seen any other drow like me in your adventures? My party set out to find the icons, but I haven't heard from any of them since. I will tell her.
So, the other members of my party left and never returned? I might have guessed. To be honest, I never fully believed our plan would work. The other elves will never accept us until they truly understand us. Maybe here, in the Temple of Inspiration, I can write the story of my party and why we left the Underdark. Maybe when they hear it, the others will understand. The Guardian of this temple is far too strong for me to challenge on my own. But you may yet succeed in your task. Go on, challenge her. I have no quarrel with you or your quest.
Alright. I assume that we'll probably be able to riddle past this, but I honestly don't know.
You feel strange sensations as you enter the heart of Ogma's temple. The excitement of a new idea, the joy of hearing a good song. A sphinx stands expectantly in the center of the chamber.
Alright. You managed to make it to this chamber, you have done well. Yet Ogma wills one final test. One more proof that you have the spark needed. Face me in battle, prove you are worthy of the Mythal's magic. Alright. Unusual that a sphinx would challenge me to battle instead of a rap battle of some sort, or perhaps a riddle off.
Yet are you capable of protecting the Mythal from those who would bring it harm?
We have an ads phase here.
Prove yourself to me in battle.
Okay. More ads? Yes, no, maybe? Oh, yep, more ads. Get fucked, animated drum. That's what you get for dancing to your own tune. These guys now? Yes. Even DDO is doing the invulnerability phases on boss. Everybody's taking the wrong lessons from grinding gear games, I swear.
Enough! The Sphinx shouts, her voice booming throughout the chamber. Ogma and I are in agreement. You are worthy of the idol. She nods towards the back of the room, where a door begins to open.
Alright. Yoink! It's supposed to be the icon of the humans. Thanks to Ogma's protection, it's not buried under rubble like I had worried.
You found the icon of the humans. As you turn to leave, the bard waves to you, smiling sadly.
Oh, is this gonna be like an Avatar The Last Airbender thing where she's gonna stay in here to make music for all time and the place sinks into the desert sands?
The icon! Oh, it's good to actually set my eyes on it. I got so close. Go. Return to the elves. Find the Mythal. You're capable adventurers. I'll remain here. At least until I finish my poem. If any of my party survived, tell them what I mean to do. Perhaps once I am finished, we'll be truly accepted by our Seldering kin. I think I was meant to be here. The power I feel in this place reminds me of one I have not felt since I left the presence of my lady.
Yeah, okay. I really like the music in this quest, actually. Ooh, wow, fucking 2 blues. Armor of Midday. Dang, son. That's not even plate mail, and that's way good. That's DPS armor right there, and a short sword of the golden age. All right, again, like I'm not spec'd for short swords, so this is actually kind of useless to me. But I think if I have 2 of these, 2 legendary weapons of the golden age, I can exchange them for one I can actually use. All right, that was a good get. I want to keep both of these things. Not bad at all. We'll just walk out the door instead of finishing out because it'll be quicker, I think. I'll take it. A little bit of streamer luck there. All right. So I'm gonna talk to you. Ah, you found Zalira. Nicely done. So she's staying at the temple to work on her art. Can't say I'm too surprised. I can see why a temple of the god of inspiration would have a lot to offer a bard. Good for her. And good for you too. I see you found the icon. Glad things worked out for her. Ooh, Hardy Belt. This is actually a really good bell. Both Constitution and False Life, like those are 2 good rolls. For a green item, this is really good. I'm actually gonna take it. It's gonna be outclassed by just about any blue belt, but as just a naked green, that's a pretty good one. You found Zalira alive as well. Splendid, splendid. Though I am not so pleased to hear about her choosing to stay in the monster-infested ruins. Still, the House of Song itself may be secure. That Sphinx you described sounds formidable indeed. Perhaps she'll protect Zalira. Well, now that the Drow have been found, what comes next? I've been talking to Izinid about Kilgoth's plans. He believes that now we have all 3 of the icons, we might be able to find the key of the Mythal. Speak with Izinid. He'll explain what Kilgoth discovered about the location of the key. Alright. Hello, Izinid. You found all 3 of the icons. Then Kilgoth's dream may still be fulfilled. We can find the key to the Mythal. What a strange path led us here. First, Kilgoth found the Chronicle, then he led us here to the ruins, and then you found the icons after Kilgoth fell. Now we stand poised to retrieve the key to the Mythal from inside Ildranath's tower. Was it all this destiny or mere chance? Who can say? Alright, where's the tower? The tower is north of Tyrantar's Hall, and a little to the east. Ildranath was a famed hero of the city, a mercenary captain with a band of warrior maidens under his command. He disappeared from historical record. No one knows what happened to him, so I really have no idea what you'll find there. All I can do is wish you good luck. Alright. To the guide. Hello, Mr. Fast Travel Man. Can you fast travel me? It's interesting they're only giving me the 1 fast travel point. In a lot of previous adventure packs, they'll give you a fast travel point to like every quest entrance. Oh man, okay, so now this one actually is... What? Alright, quite a ways. Alright, northwest. Alright, sure. I love how Like, the game runs totally fine when the map is small, but as soon as you start enlarging it, the frame rate just dumpsters for whatever reasons. Just hashtag just DDO things, I guess. No idea what that was. Hello, random orcs. I will at some point have to go through and find like the all the explorer locations on this map, because if you do that, it fully reveals the map for you every time you come in. And normally for that, I will reference a guide, because some of them tend to be pretty sneaky. We also haven't found any of the Shrinshi's journals yet, which that actually kind of surprises me. Normally those things are sprinkled pretty liberally around these zones. That's okay. No rush, no rare encounters. Actually, 20 rare encounters is pretty healthy. Oh, is this actually one right over here? No, it's just a red wizard with 2 draining mouths. Oh my god. They knew. It's stunned. Okay. This is wild magic. I'm gonna try to avoid that where possible. Looks like some more red wizards over there. I don't particularly want to fight the wizards because they throw elemental damage, and I'd really rather not blow spell points on resistances and stuff, because we're on the way to a quest anyways. Ruins Displacer Beast. Shambling Mound. Did I aggro you? I think I did. Alright. Well, it's the way of violence then. Friggin' Eder caps. I'm honestly, one thing that I have to say that surprised me about this iteration of Myth Drannor is it actually feels, I figured it was going to be more dense, like more dense cityscape. But I suppose it kind of makes sense that it wouldn't be, because they were elves, and I imagine they would want to still let like nature kind of have a good hold on things. I gotta say, these carrion crawlers feel like they're small. I always imagined carrion crawlers more along the scale of what you get in the Infinity Engine games, where they're big fucking things, but that's okay. I was gonna say, I'm surprised they don't have any buildings in the trees, but no, they totally do back there. Hell yeah. Like towers and shit. Yeah, like look at that. That's fucking cool. You got these towers coming out of the sides of the trees and shit. That's really neat. I like that. Oh. Excuse you. One hell of a missed Easter egg. Yeah, no kidding. I don't think that they would do that, no. Although I have to say, on the wiki for this expansion, they have like references to where the Forgotten, or where Myth of Draenor specifically has been like in other video games, and they do specifically call out Eye of the Beholder 3. All right, so we do have a rare encounter up here, an invading horned devil. Hey, buddy. Oh, we have little imps. Those are a new enemy type too. That's cute. I mean, they're just probably, well, kind of a reskin and a remodel of methods. But, I mean, good use. Defeat Makiri the Pit Fiend. That was not a Pit Fiend, that was a horned devil. Hashtag just DDO things. You'll love to see it. Rounded Bracers of Constitution. Eh. Greater Elf Slaying Bolt. Ah, that's nice and thematic. Alright, we have found our quest. Is there a explorer location for this if I wander around a little bit? Does not appear so. Go full Pit Fiend. Lawyers of the Tolkien Estate. There is, I'm pretty sure there's a Balrog in one quest in this game. And I think it's a raid boss as well. Because you see it in a quest, but you don't get to fight it. But there is one. There's a Baelor. And it looks pretty badass, actually.
You enter a dark chamber, the only wisps of light trailing in from a few flanking windows. You have come here looking for the entrance to Ildrinath's tomb, where the key to the Mythal is said to be hidden.
This music track reminds you of something out of Baldur's Gate, like the first two. Just serve for mentioning the Balrog. That's what you get! Tolkien lawyers, man. They're everywhere. Okay.
Upon first inspection, you find no sign of a stairwell or door into the tomb. Perhaps the entrance is hidden away somewhere.
These look weird. Like this looks like what somebody did was like took a drawing of a hand like this and made a drawing into a 3D image. Like the model just looks weird. And I noticed that in the room with the statues that had like the rolls of music as well. 6 hobbits criticizing your housekeeping. Good God. You'll never recover. Alright, so there's a draft from somewhere. And apparently my hireling that I don't have is detecting things. So something over here. What if I search? Ah.
You find a small lever in the corner of the room. Pulling it reveals a stairwell hidden beneath the floor.
Oh, what's this? How do we get in there, I wonder? Nothing immediately accessible. Alright, I guess we're going into his tomb.
You emerge from the stairwell into a massive chamber, somehow left undisturbed as the city crumbled around it.
A drafty lever, very clever, good God.
The tiles creak beneath your feet. Your breath plumes around you in the cold, musty air. Further down the hall, you spot a group of slowly awaken presence.
A group of armors. That's an awkward sentence that I feel could have been written better in some way. Turn back, only your doom awaits you here. Let's see about that. Okay. Ooh.
Shining pearlescent orbs cast dangerous spells in the room before you.
That's okay, I got hit points. And copious amounts of healing. Oh, more armor. Okay. Armor mage. That's weird.
Elegant elven figures dance atop pedestals in this dim hallway.
Okay.
You open the door into a room where more orbs float above pedestals, emitting beams of electricity that shoot up towards the ceiling.
Alright, looking at the pedestals, there doesn't appear to be anything different. No, I never saw any of the old 2nd edition Netheril stuff. So this is just trap disarming, maybe. Or maybe not. Is it a pattern I have to do?
The orbs cease their casting. A passage opens in the side of the room.
Clearly I am a genius for having solved that, not knowing that it was a puzzle. Ah, video games. That's what humans are up to while the elves were animating loot. Ah, nice. Because Netheril, didn't they eventually, like, punt themselves off into the plane of shadow or whatever?
Paces back and forth, defending the lever on the back wall. If attacked,
I think that was the Netheries that did that.
disappears in a shivering mist.
Part of it, okay.
Door on the side of this chamber.
Yeah, that's where, like, the shades come from, I
This lever,
think.
The red crystal above it starts to glow.
The other part got buried under Anorak. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Because, yeah, you poke around with them a little bit in, that's, like, Shadows of Undrentide, Neverwinter Nights. I think that was dealing with, like, the end of that was you dealing with one of their, like, flying cities above the desert. Okay.
You find a hidden lever alongside these shrines, unlocking a passage filled with murky water.
Boy, murky water. Good thing I can cast water breathing. Not that I expect this is going to be really anything too harrowing. The wizard also ended up becoming the goddess of magic by usurping her place, and that's why we don't get 10th level mythols anymore. Huh. That's interesting.
A group of gargoyles perches on a ledge in this wide room. You spy a large green crystal on the wall. It matches the one on the gigantic door at the convent. The gargoyles rouse from their slumber and lunge toward
Guardstone. Alright, sure.
The gargoyle screeches in pain as it crumbles at your feet.
Man, I hate these bleed effects. Heal pulls it off, thankfully. And like damage over time like that where they just keep ticking on you and keep you from like pulling levers and shit drive me nuts. It's just frustrating. Use a 12th level mythol to mess with the weave. Used to be Mistral, he cast a spell and screwed up the weave, then had to take over holding it together because he depowered the former deity of magic. Good god. That's fucking nuts. I love it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I dig it. Oh, hey. Dick move, game. Dick move. So let the desert overtake the land, cause all the cities that were floating in the sky to crash down. Huh. That's cool. Like, see, that's like some interesting Realms lore right there. I dig that. That's really cool. Okay, so what was this?
A signal crystal is embedded in the wall above this door.
A random dimension door.
It will return you to the entrance of the tomb once you have finished exploring this wing.
Well, that's cool, but they should have told me that. They should have let me stick my face in it and see what happened. It's more interesting, I think. I'll take the fast travel, though. Okay, so that's 2. So now it looks like we gotta go south. Hello, armors. I'm here to fight you again.
You see a configuration of glowing orbs.
Okay. This is a puzzle like nothing I've ever seen before. Alright, let's see what happens. Is this fucking Mastermind? I bet this is fucking Mastermind, isn't it? This is Mastermind. I am not doing Mastermind. No, absolutely not. None of that. No patience. None whatsoever. That's fire that I'm standing in because I'm bad. Locked door. A lot of people don't like this, that they added these locked icons to like chests and doors. I'm actually quite fond of them because it keeps me from wasting my time. Come on, boys. No, target the one next to me, please. This concept where you can make like a constant area with evocation spells. Even though the hallway was about 2 feet wide, it had constant disintegration. Oh my god. That's mean. I mean, they kinda did something similar to that in Eberron with like the living spells, I guess. So if you got walking in, yeah, rip your legs, exactly. Yeah, that's mean. I respect that level of spite.
Sections of the floor in this chamber have crumbled, leaving only thin walkways for you to step across.
Yeah, this smells like bullshit. And also there's wisps down here. What the fuck is that? That wisp just turned into a D8. And that biting cold they just hit me with is no joke. That just dealt 48 points of damage through 50 points of damage mitigation from my resistance spells. I mean, I guess I shouldn't bitch. I've got like 1900 hit points, but still, the fuck game. How do numbers work? God, the frame rate, it's been hitching really bad. I don't know what the issue is. Tone down the release products, and 4 random jackwagons on the internet start extrapolating what they would do with magic. Well, yeah, I mean, hey. You know, you get up to bullshit. That's what wizards do, right? Oh, for real.
Over the floor.
Oh boy. So we do not want to light these guys. I assume when I hit the lever, everything's gonna turn on. Okay. I feel like that's actually probably, yeah, I was gonna say that's not the right way to do it. Generally speaking, the trick with these that makes them easier is you don't start at the beginning, you start at the end and just work your way back. I apologize for not really talking much through this, it's just sliding block puzzles are all I have now. Okay, that should do it. Concept is exactly why your wife says you're not allowed to have superpowers. I mean, that's the thing is everybody's like, anytime I talk to anybody, it's what superpowers would you like, right?
In the side of the room.
And everybody's like flying or the ability to read minds and that kind of stuff. You know, throw fire. And for me, it's always suggestion. Give me the power of suggestion. Because as soon as I speak, like, you've lost. And unless you know that I have it, like, what are you gonna do? Because, yeah, you can get us some shit.
Into a chamber with 2 shrines.
Like, is there a... No. I was gonna say, I felt like there's a secret in here, but I don't think there is.
A spectre guards this room, defending the lever on the back.
Friggin' ghosts! Hey, thank you very much. Double bonus, DDO. Yeah, just for today, we're just checking out a little bit of Mythdraenor here, seeing what it's got in store for us. Not been too bad so far. Gonna be going for maybe, I don't know, another half hour, so I might actually call it after this quest, depending on how much longer we're in here. Didn't even get past it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The other thing, like, one of the reasons I like Suggestion so much is that it's something that's low-key, too, right? Like, if you're flying around or throwing fire or something, you're gonna have, like, governments and shit coming at you. Whereas if, like, people just take what you say really seriously, I mean, hey, that's not... You know, that's just you speaking from a position of authority type of dealio. Okay, does this... I don't know where this goes.
Flames roar to life when you enter the room. On the back wall, you see a
Sword and Word Cleric, it's a fighter cleric, but yes. It's a character, this is my main. I've been playing them since 2009, and I've only done 1 epic reincarnation on them. And it's been so long since that I actually can't go to, like, Fred to respec any of my skills anymore. Like, feats. It tells me, no, you've got to go and reincarnate this character if you want to be able to do any of that shit. So the build is probably pretty bad as far as things are right now in the game, but I don't know. It feels weird to me to go back and do that when it's just like, whatever, I'll just stay here and play him. It's okay.
The mummy moans mournfully as it dissolves into dust.
Alright, there's another lever down.
You pull the lever. The purple
Lever.
crystal lights up, emitting a soft glow in the darkness. Now that you've lit both crystals, the large door at the entrance to the tomb should be unlocked.
God, I feel like I missed something in here. I think I did. Maybe. I don't know. Convenience lever. Yeah, we have this door.
A signal crystal is embedded in the wall above this door. In this room, you find a dimension door.
Oh,
It should
all
return
right.
you to the
Another convenience
entrance
exit.
when you're ready
Sure.
to leave this area. You return to the front hall. The giant door has been opened, revealing a stairwell leading deeper into the tomb.
Okay, so we got some big damn shield guardians here.
You emerge into a dark hallway. Shield guardians stand at attention.
Yeah. But they're not trying to murder me yet. Jesus. I gotta say that, like, this is not what I was expecting of this quest. I was figuring, oh, we were going to be going into a tower and, you know, doing, like, wizardly bullshit. And this has gone just completely the opposite direction, and I'm here for it.
The decrepit walls in this chamber blend into the rough
Mommy.
pavestone.
Ah, shit, where is it?
A large plaque leans against the back wall.
Ancient plaque. Thrice the icons take their seats, for when they come to rest, the path to the key yawns
There are
open.
3 locations in the tomb where you can place the icon of the elves, the icon of the humans, and the icon of the dwarves. 2 passages to the left and right rumble open.
Okay.
You walk into an ambush of angry monsters. The demon and its fellow intruders fall to the ground.
Trash loot. Weird sound effects. Hey, true seeing doing work.
You open the door, revealing a room full of dirt and cobwebs. A pedestal stands before the entrance. The group of Ottercats lunges at it. You place the icon of the humans on the pedestal. Notice its eyes flash for you before returning to normal stone.
Back to the main chamber. Yes. Good hype from the fan base when this came out because they kept Amelia Taylor's secret until they came out. Yeah, I can imagine how the Baldur's Gate 3 fan base would like flip their shit about that. When I heard her saying something in the very beginning, I'm like, I recognize that voice actor, and another chatter actually commented that it was her. They confirmed it. And like, that's cool. But it doesn't really mean anything for me because I'm not huge on Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm happy for those that were excited about
The
it.
pedestal stands against the wall. Creaking footsteps awaken the creature.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that works when you're kind of like a still up and coming voice actor, I guess. Like how much, you know, being in one really popular game does for your marketability, I suppose. I don't know. Because at the end of the day, I know like a lot of it is just gig work unless you're like just a real big name voice actor. God, the bleeds. "14 wisdom on goggles, that's not terrible. I think the goggles that I'm wearing have deadly on them, which I don't think goggles spawn with deadly on them anymore, which is why I'm still using them even though I'm like almost 10 levels higher than they are. Tend to work all you can, especially if it's your shtick. From Babylon 5. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I imagine you would probably just, like, if it's because it's gig work, you know, you're just trying to get what you can. I aggro these guys? No. No.
A pedestal stands on a platform here. You spy a locked door in the back of the room.
Convenient that we
You
found the
set
last
the
one.
icon of the elves atop the pedestal. Its eyes flash white for a moment before dimming.
Yeah, the ceiling
Now
is
that you
just
have
black.
faced all the
Oh my
icons,
God.
You must find your path forward, deeper into the tomb. You emerge into a calm clearing. Forest animals have taken up residence here. They graze and doze in its lush corners. You see 2 passages, one to your left, the other straight ahead. This room is the heart of the tomb, where the key to the mythal is rumored to be hidden. Before you is a strange magic device. It must have been waiting here, undiscovered for centuries. A wild bear runs out of the room, startled by your intrusion. How strange. You sense a faint drift of power ebbing from the artifact. Could this be the key to the mythal?
Ildranath and the warrior maidens. We stand strong, defending Cormanthor under the light of the mythal and the blessing of the moon. Our leader will foster our strength until his soul burns no more, yet we shall burn still, and with us blazes this path of light. Okay. I'm gonna go back and check the other area. Wild bear, where are you going? Read your lines and you're done. You don't have to shoot a lot of retakes and stuff. Super high-end ones might have you come in for like some motion capture, but the exception, not the norm. That's crazy. I think that's crazy. I know that it's pretty cutthroat too. Hey, Poyle, good to see you. The Dung and Dundeneering is going. I'm probably gonna be calling it here before too much longer, if I had to guess, but we shall see. Because I'm sure there's gonna be a boss here. There's no way this is this easy. You peer closely at the strange device. It's a large gem and it emits a soft humming sound. Is this the key to the mythal? Well, I mean, we have to poke it, right? I apologize for being a little distracted here for the last couple minutes, just fielding some texts. The object rumbles beneath your fingers. You feel pinpricks on your skin, and an image flashes before your eyes. It is a group of figures chanting. They touch hands, and the key of the mythals lights up like the sun. It's ancient magic. Did they create this?
Something happens when you touch the artifact. The room shakes. The statues against the walls rumble.
I never saw this coming. There's casters in there. Where's the cat? The casters are the archers. Of course they are. You know, fuck you guys. I'm going home. Make my monster grow. Here we go. Give me my 10,000 temporary hit points. How unique, right? Right? Animated objects. Everybody's all about the golems nowadays. These damn kids. No, these are actually animated objects too. Hell yeah. That's pretty cool. My temporary hit points. Fucking airport, man. Good God. Go. One more.
The statues break apart. Once again, just mounds of stone.
Uh-oh.
Suddenly, a group of uniformed strangers appears before you. The one in the middle of the formation steps forward.
Just as I anticipated. I knew that following you into this tomb would lead us straight to the key to the Mythil.
The figure smiles widely, rotting teeth protruding from his desiccated mouth.
You reckless mortals fell straight into their trap. It is fortunate that you were able to overcome the statue's power. You saved us the trouble of defeating them ourselves.
The stranger laughs. It is a strangled, dusty sound, as if his voice has been worn down over centuries of use.
I am Droic Orgul, Zulkir of Thay.
He bends in a short bow.
Soon our forces will completely occupy this city. Once I harness the Mythil's power, I will be unstoppable.
He chokes on his own laugh.
I have no use for dolts such as yourselves, so be gone from here. Expect your demise should we meet again.
You are suddenly transported away from the chamber. You find yourself back at the entrance to Ildranath's tomb, on the surface. You think about what the Zulkir said. It is only a matter of time before the Red Wizard's forces overtake Mithdrana, bringing
We got
even
mage
more
fucked.
chaos and destruction to this land. For now, you must return to the Elves' camp. You must find a way to thwart Thay's assault. This city will not fall yet again. You will make sure of that.
It actually is Poyle, yes. It is the narrator from Baldur's Gate 3. Divinity Smite Evil. This would be great if I were a paladin. Alas, I am great value paladin. Yes. Yeah, I called that out as soon as I started, like, the first adventure with her, and then, yeah, somebody in chat confirmed that it was the same voice actress. Alright, let's recall back. I mean, she's a good voice actor. That is one thing that I will give Larian. Like, even going back to the first Divinity Original Sin, the voice actor for the narrators in their games has been good, like, forever. Alright. Living statues, a hidden room, an odd bear. It's quite a tale. The strange device you saw must have been the key to the Mythal. Would you say the Red Wizards of Thay have it now? Grim news. I hate to imagine what Saz Tam would do with the Mythal under his control. Please, speak with the Cormanthor elves. Convince them to deal with this immediately. We must stop the Red Wizards. Yeah, okay. This is probably all crap, so I'll take the heart seeds. The stack with you. Now you give me something good too. The Red Wizards of Thay, and you say they might have the key to the Mythal? Well, thank you for bringing me this information, Andurian. If the Red Wizards gain control of the Mythal, none of us in this camp are safe. Those vile necromancers are surely planning to use the Mythal to further one of Saz Tam's dark schemes. His ambition is limitless, as is his hatred of the rest of the world. We owe it all to the Faerun to stop them if we can. Happens next. The Cormanthor elves must respond to this right away. We need to somehow find a way to stop the Red Wizard's plan before it can go any further. If only we weren't spread so thin already. Where can we find enough trained forces? Of course, the solution is right in front of me, and that solution is you! Here, take this as a reward for what you've done so far, but If you wish to help us further, speak to Tarathiel Mistina. She'll be coordinating our campaign to deal with the Red Wizard threat. I'm sure she'll be grateful for any help you can offer. Alright. And these rewards typically kind of suck butt. Yeah, I mean, this would be good if we were a thief. Daunting Helm of Accuracy. Not terrible, but mine is better. I'll just take the Tales of Valor. Good old Guild Renown. Go and sell shit real quick here. Okay, where is... I want to keep this, I want to keep this, and the rest I think is pretty well trash. Alright, and that's that wing of the quests done. It looks like we've got at least one more group here, and then probably at least one or two just random little ones to do to finish out the saga. But I think this is probably as good a place as any to call it. It's about close to where I was going to finish up anyways.